In that fleeting instant, the weight of our choices crashed down on me, revealing the depth of our entanglement. I was completely sober, unclouded, and yet my heart raced with a thrill I couldn't ignore. I stood frozen, heart pounding, breath hitching as Ivan, my best friend's father, knelt behind me and murmured, "Let me take care of you." He was twice my age, a man shaped by love and loss, carrying the weight of a past that lingered in the air between us. From the moment our paths crossed in my youth, a spark ignited between us. He would fire up the grill for us during those late-night gatherings, the smell of burgers mingling with laughter, and when tears fell over school drama, he was there with pizza, a comforting presence in the chaos of our young hearts. But that night, in his study with the door locked and the air thick with his cologne, he touched me as if I were more than just his daughter's best friend. His fingers brushed against my skin, igniting a spark that felt both thrilling and wrong. In that fleeting moment when his fingers brushed against my skin, I felt the weight of a boundary shattered. But I never dreamed it would be the favor that would change everything and shatter my heart. Before I unravel this complicated tale, I must express my gratitude. Your support touches my heart in ways I can't fully express. Thank you for being here. To all our new and returning viewers, if you haven't yet taken that leap to subscribe, what's holding you back? That single click ignites a spark, breathing life into this world and weaving tales that linger in the heart. Your likes, your shares, your comments, they hold a weight that pulls at my heart. I would love to hear your feelings, so please share them in the comments below. Let us create something beautiful, even if it feels a little wrong. Now let me take you back to the moment I found myself half naked in the home of the man I never imagined I would betray my own friend with. I am Natalie. I was just 23 when it all began. I had just walked away from nursing school, overwhelmed by the weight of tuition, bills, and the relentless need to appear perfect. I toiled through endless nights at a weary diner along Highway 280 in Birmingham, Alabama, where every glance held a secret longing. And on the nights when I wasn't scrubbing grease off tables, I found solace in my best friend Natalie's place. Natalie was everything I could only dream of, confident, wild, untamed by the world, and wrapped in a wealth that felt so distant from my own reality. Her father Ivan had 3 car dealerships and a lakeside cabin where we would steal away during high school, wrapped in the thrill of secrecy. Ivan was the kind of man who donned his suits like a shield, a master of words, with silver hair and dark eyes that pierced right into your soul. He lingered in the shadows, his gaze lingering on her, a silent promise wrapped in secrecy. After Natalie's mother succumbed to cancer, Ivan became a different person. He grew tender, a fragile heart beneath a brave facade. His silence wrapped around you like a secret, drawing you in despite the unspoken boundaries between you. The memory of his first offer to help lingers, a sweet ache in my heart. As I sat on the back porch, tears streamed down my face, the notice from my landlord feeling like a weight on my heart. Natalie was lost in her world, the music drowning out everything else. Ivan stepped outside with a beer, caught a glimpse of my expression, and quietly settled next to me. "You're slipping away, Natalie," he whispered. "Let me offer you a lifeline." He covered my rent that month, a gesture that felt both sweet and dangerous. Then the next moment came, charged with unspoken feelings. He gifted me a car worn but full of memories, a secret token from his world to mine. Then he pulled me into his world, helping me land a job at the front desk of his office, where every glance felt electric. That was the moment everything changed. But favors from men like Ivan always carry a burning intensity. One evening after hours, I found myself in his study, surrounded by shadows and whispers, when my pen slipped from my fingers and fell to the floor. I leaned down to retrieve it, and as I straightened, he was there, his breath a warm whisper against my neck. "You're so beautiful, Natalie," he whispered, his voice trembling with a mix of longing and fear. My heart stopped. It was the first time his words wrapped around my heart, igniting a spark I never expected. I glanced back, and his fingers were gently resting on my waist. I wish I had found the courage to speak up. I should have taken that step. Instead, I leaned back, heart racing, caught in the thrill of what should never be. I surrendered to the moment. I surrendered to his touch, feeling the weight of the moment pull us closer. I allowed him to explore the hidden corners of my heart, places long untouched by anyone else. And I allowed myself to savor the moment, so incredibly intoxicating, That night, as he lavished me with an unexpected tenderness, I surrendered to the moment, shedding every ounce of shame. In that instant, I felt the air crackle with the change between us. Yet, deep down, I sensed a storm brewing, a shadowed longing, a thrill that ignites the heart, something that would make me wonder if I ever really held the reins of my heart. I wish I could say that was the last time it happened. That fleeting moment of vulnerability slipped away into silence, leaving behind a lingering ache, and I turned away, feeling the weight of what could never be. But the truth is, I found myself drawn back into his embrace once more. Once more. Once more we find ourselves drawn together. The following morning, a message from Ivan lit up my phone. Meet me at the lake house. Only the two of us. Silence hung between them, heavy with unspoken words, as a single command shattered the stillness. And I followed it, as if under a spell, heart racing with every step. He stood there, keys in hand, a secret promise lingering in the air between us. A room adorned with crisp white sheets, whispering secrets of longing. A robe that clung to her like a secret, whispering promises of stolen moments. And when his fingers brushed against my skin once more, under the bright light of day, the thrill of danger surged through me. What began as a single secret moment blossomed into fleeting escapes together. He showered me with gifts, easing my burdens, wrapping me in a world of luxury that felt both thrilling and wrong. He offered me a world I knew I shouldn't touch. He offered me a world I never thought I could have. And in that moment I surrendered everything to him. Natalie was blissfully unaware. She believed her father was merely lending a hand to help me rise again. She playfully teased that I was like a second daughter to him, a sentiment that felt both warm and dangerously close to something more. If only she realized how deeply her father had etched the memory of my touch into his mind. The hidden moments sparked a rush of excitement. The thrill of the unknown. The secrets. The weight of guilt hung heavy in the air. I carried it with me. A secret scent that lingered in the air. Ivan whispered that I was one of a kind. That I breathed life into him once more after the loss of his beloved. That I made him feel alive, not just a heartbroken soul. I trusted him completely. I yearned to trust him. Yet, little by little, he transformed. He became fiercely protective, almost suffocating. He was curious about my secrets, about the places I slipped away to. He couldn't stand the thought of me being near Natalie any longer. "Stay away," he whispered one night, his fingers gently weaving through my hair as we lay in bed. Her curiosity pierces through the silence, igniting a spark of something we both know we shouldn't explore. I chuckled, convinced he was just overreacting. But then Natalie whispered, her eyes searching mine, asking why I had vanished from our girls' nights. "You're acting strange, Kim," she said, her voice laced with concern. "It's like you're keeping something from me. Are you with anyone right now? I deceived you." I whispered to her that my mind was consumed by school and work, hiding the truth that my heart longed for something more, something we both knew we shouldn't want. I felt so weary. I had no time for love, not now, not ever. Her laughter wrapped around me like a secret, and in that fleeting moment, she pulled me close, igniting a spark that felt both thrilling and dangerous. "You can't be serious. Are you really sleeping with my dad?" she teased, her heart racing with a mix of disbelief and something deeper. My heart raced, teetering on the edge of something unspoken. She was blissfully unaware. But the guilt surged within me, choking me with its intensity. That night, I whispered to Ivan that we had to take a step back. His gaze pierced through me, icy and unyielding. "After all I've sacrificed for you? After everything I sacrificed for you?" His voice was soft yet dangerous, a whisper that felt like a promise laced with peril. His fingers brushed against my skin as he pulled a diamond bracelet from his pocket, fastening it gently around my wrist, a silent promise lingering in the air between us. Text, "You can't just leave me like this, Natalie." And I couldn't. I lingered, even when my heart begged me to flee. Then came the night when everything teetered on the edge of ruin. Natalie beckoned me to her home for dinner, a thrill of excitement and danger coursing through me. Only the two of us, caught in a moment that feels both thrilling and wrong. It had been weeks since I last laid eyes on her. Ivan begged me to stay away. Yet, deep down, I understood that my silence would only raise her doubts. I stepped inside, heart racing, lips quivering with anticipation. And there he stood, a heartbeat away, igniting a spark that felt both thrilling and wrong. Ivan sat at the head of the table, his gaze cool and distant, as if I were merely another guest in his world. But beneath the table, his foot brushed against my leg, sending a shiver of electricity through me. His gaze lingered on me as he filled Natalie's glass, his toes brushing against the warmth of my thigh, igniting a spark that felt both thrilling and wrong. My heart raced as I almost let the fork slip from my fingers. Natalie laughed as she shared stories about a guy from work, her eyes sparkling with excitement, completely unaware of the tremor in my heart. And then she whispered it. "Dad, do you recall that evening when Natalie came by to assist you with the paperwork? She whispered that you both stayed up far too late together. What were you lost in again?" My throat tightened, a rush of longing flooding through me. Ivan smiled softly, a hint of something unspoken in his eyes, and replied, "Just bills and tax papers." His gaze locked onto mine, intense and brooding, a silent challenge hanging in the air, urging me to break the silence. I nodded, my heart racing, and managed a fragile smile. But I could sense my secrets unraveling. Just one more question. Just one whispered secret. One fleeting glance and the world would shatter. Everything shattered 2 weeks later. As I stepped out of the shower at Ivan's place, a rush of warmth enveloped me, mingling with the thrill of our secret moments. His scent lingered on my skin, a bittersweet reminder of what we could never fully embrace. The bracelet he gifted me glimmered on my wrist, a secret promise, as I stood in his bathroom, drying my hair in the soft glow of the mirror. Should have felt intoxicating, cherished, yearned for. Yet, an emptiness consumed me. Ivan was just a room away, his shirt half-buttoned, lost in his emails as if we were an ordinary couple, but the air crackled with unspoken tension. As if this moment was a fleeting dream, a secret shared in a world that could never be. That house filled with whispers of what could never be. I stood on the edge, ready to confess that I couldn't continue this secret dance between us. But then my phone buzzed, breaking the fragile moment. A message from Natalie flickered on the screen, sending a rush of warmth through me. "We have to discuss something important." In this fleeting moment, my gaze lingered on the screen, heart racing with unspoken desires. My hand shook with a mix of longing and fear. Just as I opened my mouth to speak, her voice broke through the silence. "Natalie," she whispered, her voice trembling with unspoken longing. I found myself scrolling through my dad's phone, heart racing with a mix of curiosity and dread. I found the messages, the hotel receipts, the pictures, each one a dagger to my heart. "You found yourself in his bed, Kim. It was you and my father." A secret that lingers in the shadows. I caught a glimpse of the truth. Whispers of longing linger in the air. My lips parted, a breath caught in the tension of the moment. But silence lingered. There was no justification for what happened between us. Honestly, I can't deny it. No clever twist. Only the truth, raw and unguarded. Unveiled, painful, and achingly real. "I believed in you," she breathed, her voice trembling with unspoken longing. "You were everything to me. More than just a friend. My sister. And you were betraying me with my father, hidden in the shadows." And just like that, the line went dead. That was the final moment I heard her voice. She cut me off completely. Her tweet was a spark, igniting whispers and glances among us, a secret thrill that danced just beneath the surface. Whispers filled the air, heavy with unspoken feelings. Secrets transformed into snapshots. Whispers transformed into silent accusations. I lost friends, and it stings like a whisper of what could have been. I lost my way. I lost the one who made my heart feel safe, the one who was my secret refuge. What about Ivan? He transformed as well. Once Natalie discovered the truth, he pulled away, like a lover retreating from a secret that could shatter everything. He whispered that we needed distance. He had to guard his heart, even if it meant hiding the truth. That I should keep my distance. And then everything changed. The gifts vanished into thin air. Not another invitation will come. The lake house is gone, and with it the memories we shared. No more whispered vows in the shadows. Only silence lingers between us. He took advantage of me, and I surrendered to him. Not because I lacked strength, but because I craved the warmth of closeness. To feel seen. For love, I searched in all the wrong places. I mistook your gaze for something deeper. I confused desire with something deeper. By the time I recognized the change, it was already too late. A month later, I found myself in the depths of despair. Returning to the diner felt like stepping into a dream, where every glance held a secret and every moment was charged with unspoken desire. Returning to the secrets of scraping. Without a degree, there's no one to share my secrets with. Not a soul. Only regret. But something shifted within me. That guilt? I transformed it into something that ignited my soul. I returned to the halls of learning, where memories lingered like whispers of a past I couldn't quite escape. I spent every last penny on this. I discovered a lifeline. I discovered solace. I began to share my tale, not as someone broken, but as a woman who discovered the painful truth that some debts are far too steep, much deeper than appearances suggest. My heart never held any blame for Ivan. Not entirely. He was everything he shouldn't be. Yet here I am, caught in the web of my own choices, wishing I had turned away when I had the chance. For holding my tongue when my heart screamed to be heard. For breaking the bond of sisterhood for the fleeting warmth of a man who only saw me as a momentary solace from his own sorrow. Here's what my heart has whispered to me. If someone whispers promises of salvation in the shadows, tread carefully. They are not taking your soul. They are taking something far more precious. When someone offers you their all yet insists on your quiet, ponder what you might be sacrificing in return. And never ever turn your back on the one soul who would have stood by you, no matter the cost. The thrill of desire pales in comparison to the pain of losing who you truly are. Thank you for being here. Now it's your moment. Share your thoughts with me. Leave a note. Whisper your secrets. Did I make a mistake from the very beginning? Do you think Ivan was fully aware of the consequences of his actions? Let's whisper our secrets in the comments. Remember to show your love by liking, sharing, and subscribing if you haven't yet. Means more than you know. Your support breathes life into this channel, allowing these tales of longing and desire to unfold. Until we meet again, hold on to what's true.